Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. So I thank you for allowing me to participate in the short duration discussion moved by the Honourable Member from Mroy that is related with the present condition of the health sector in the state, sir. Sir, I would like to urge the Honourable Chief Minister. For the last 1 year, I've already been proposed the setting up of PHC at Mountward Village. I have only took along with the director of DHSMI at the time, but again I would like to urge the Honourable Chief Minister to look after this PHC at Mountward Village. Also, sir, I already been proposed that a sub-center at Umpro Village, that only two related in my constituency. So I wanted to get information from the department. Now the CCM will able to reply, but we are much concerned about the civil hostel in Shillong and civil hostel in the district that we have. Whether the MRI is functioning or not, like CT scan, X-ray, ultrasound, ventilators, oxygen plant, with all these tests, whether it was functioning or not, because we are concerned for our people. We understand that especially those who have go for testing in the civil hospital, if it is Shillong, if it is Tura, if it is Nongpo, if it is in Jawai, many are poor people. But we like to say the government to see that if all these tests will be function for the interest of the people in our state. So we have also already saw yesterday in the reply of Honourable Health Minister that the cost of COVID, it has come in the sheet to rupees 816 crore. So for this, it will be proper while we have the assembly session of getting the break up, like from the state government. How much the state government has been spent on this COVID, sir? Then from center. So when we're talking about the COVID time, we have to appreciate the sincere effort of the Honourable Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, the Cabinet, even the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and all honourable members, even especially the Director, DHMI and DMHU and others, all doctors, nurses, everyone have been working so hard at the time of COVID-19. But we have to express a special thanks, especially to the Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare. Yeah, for his doing a good job at that time. I'm sure that he have advised very carefully how the government will move ahead to tackle about the COVID-19. So now the COVID-19 has already been complete. We are very much happy with the grace of God. But we are living in a normal situation. But the main important that we like again that health infrastructure in the state to strengthen. But so my point here, sir, since we have received a lot of money from the center, a lot of money, and also the government have already invested so much of money to tackle of the COVID-19. So if it is proper, if the Honourable Chief Minister during his speech, if we can give the break-up, how much we have spent for infrastructure, then how much we have spent for the non-infrastructure. So we remember the time that the government have a buy of medicine and equipment. Then government also at the time they have already been appoint of the contractual staff. Then remember at the time that the government have already been purchase of ambulance. Then we remember even the government have construction of the prefab in Shillong and also even there and Tura. Then remember also the government have already been appoint of the specialist doctors, nurses, but many that the government have been appointed at the time. Then you like Minister to know whether the installation of oxygen pipeline, high flow nasal ventilators, generators, ECG machine, X-ray, whether how much the government have been spent on all this infrastructure.
Honourable Member, you
yes,
have
infrastructure which requirement for the state, sir. But sir, the main important, sir, we would like to get the information because we have the NEC in us, NEC in all the northeastern state, but we would like to get information right from the NEC, how much the NEC have contributed at the time. But we have heard at one point of time that even the MP from Shillong had also announced that he will contribute something for the COVID. Then we will later get information how much MP lad have been contribute to the state government. Then we have for the NIZIT service. We last time I remember that even NASIC also contributed a lot. But not only one time, NIZIT have already contributed to the COVID, to fight COVID-19, even 2 times. So it will be proper because as of now we have get only the total amount. If you look at the amount, 816 crore, that is a very big amount.
Please,
but I'm sure that if the government is so kind enough of giving a breakup, that it will be clear the air, so that people will have no doubt about the way the government spending of the money which is received from the center, even the state. With these words, sir, Arishi Masjid, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, I'd like to thank the government for considering the Sawkmie sub-center to be upgraded to the PHC, which has been the wishes and the desire of the people for a very long time. And on behalf of the people of the Mausaram constituency and the Sawkmie in particular, I'd like to thank the government for considering this project. So 3 locations at Wailoi, Jilep and Dholai were selected to be set up as health sub-centers. And action has been practically very slow. I do not know where these matters are stuck up now, sir. I request the government to kindly expedite in setting up these 3 sub-centers at the earliest. And also more sub-centers are required to be open so as to provide the medical facilities to the closest door possible in the rural areas. So the Mausaram CHC is the only CHC in my area which has very few facilities for treatment. I request the government to kindly look into the matter so that we do not want people to come all the way to Shillong for minor treatments and ailments. So upgrading of the health centers and providing facilities is very essential. So I hope the government will consider upgrading the Dangar PHC into a CHC, sir, because the Dangar PHC caters to more than 40 villages, sir. So 40 bordering villages are under one PHC, and I feel that upgrading the Dangar PHC to a CHC will provide a lot of facilities for the people living in the border to get better health care, sir. Sir, I'd like to draw the attention of the government to a very important aspect relating to the MHIS. I request the Honorable Chief Minister to kindly take note of this, because with the incidence of drugs among the youths in the state, I think I understand that there are many cases of hepatitis C. Hepatitis C is being reported all over the state at an alarming rate, sir. A very important matter, sir, this that I'm raising today. So the treatment of this viral hepatitis C is very expensive in Meghalaya, sir. So it ranges between rupees 60,000 to rupees 1 lakh for the treatment of this particular disease. I'd like to inform the government that the Punjab government has subsidized it to rupees 7,200 for a 12-week course of treatment. The Haryana government has considered rupees 5,200 for the 12-week course of treatment of this particular disease. So most of the cases in our state come from poor families, because most of the drug addicts normally come from those classes of middle class and the poor families, sir. And this viral hepatitis C is mostly related to the drug abuse. So therefore, sir, I also understand that the Government of India has launched the National Viral Hepatitis Control Program on the 28th of July 2018. And surprisingly, sir, the MHIS has not covered the viral hepatitis neither for the OPD or the IPD. And therefore, I request the government to kindly include hepatitis C also under the MHIS. So further, I would like to also bring to the notice of the government that the MHIS has not covered, has covered the neurosurgery for burr hole. So this burr hole surgery and the cost for this surgery is kept at rupees 1,28,800, sir. Again, sir, the neurosurgery procedures for craniotomy has been fixed at rupees 78,500, sir. I would like to mention that the procedures involved in the operation of craniotomy is, I understand, very rigorous and more complicated. Therefore, the cost of the operation should have been higher, though it has been fixed at only 78,500, sir. Whereas the burr hole operation is comparatively more simple and faster, and the cost for the burr hole has been kept at more than 1 lakh, sir. I think there is a little bit of mistake somewhere there. I would like the government to kindly examine this matter, as I understand that the burr hole operation is by drilling a hole on the head, and the craniotomy involves open surgery of the brain.
Honorable Member,
Therefore, the government...
1 minute.
Yeah. Therefore, the government may kindly examine this discrepancy and take corrective steps in consultation with all the medical experts. With these few words, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.